Globalization is the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and population brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information. Also means the speed up of movements and exchange of human beings, goods, services, capital, technologies, or cultural practices all over the planet. One of the effects of the globalization is that it promotes and increases interactions between different regions and population around the globe. Globalization has affected us in numerous ways. Airfares has become cheaper, and one can be travel internationally more than one could in past. Many Filipinos have decided to work or live abroad, some of them migrating to other countries. The free trade of goods and services all over the world has brought multinational companies and foreign investors to our shores. Because of all of these factors, it is imperative to be aware of the differences between our cultures and the rest of the human. They say there are a lot of impact because of the globalization. One of those is airfares or the price of the passenger tickets aircraft. For travel by aircraft. And many Filipinos have decided to work or live abroad, and because of these factors, it is imperative to be aware of the differences between their cultures and the rest of other cultures. Connecting with people on the other side of the world is now much easier than it was year before. It was few years ago. Satellites, fiber optic cables, and internet make it effortless to share information with those in different time zones and locations. Global communication is directly affected by the process of globalization and helps to increase businesses opportunities, remove cultural barriers, and develop a global village. Both globalization and global communication have changed the environmental, cultural, political, and economic elements of the world. Because of the global communication connecting with other people from the other side of the world using satellites, optic cables, and internet, because of this, it become effortless to share information to others even is so far away. And because of the global communication, the globalization become easier. It helps to increase business opportunities. Increase business opportunities. Many companies today hire employees that ain't located in the other countries, using communication vehicles such as video calling, make it simple to converse with colleagues across the globe, almost making it feel as if they are in the same room. Technology also make it easier to connect with suppliers and customers all over the world. And to streamline those relationships that improves ordering, shipments, tracking on and so on. With this kind of communication technology, many businesses are able to take advantage of opportunities in different countries or cities, improving the economic outlook of the global level. They say many companies was hiring employees from other countries such as video calling make it simple to converse with colleagues across the globe. Also because the technologies it make easier to with supply to make it easier with suppliers and customers all over the world and stimulate those relationships to impact ordering, shipment, tracking, and so on. Because of this kind of communication technology, many businesses are able to take advantage of opportunities from different countries to improve their economies. Fever cultural barriers. Many people perceive cultures to be the root of communication. Challenges when people from two different cultures are trying to exchange information. The way they speak, their body language, or their mannerism can be interpreted differently by the other person. The way people approach problem and who they participate in communities is all influenced by cultures. The differences of cultures is the root wait. The differences of cultures is the root of communication. When they exchange information, their body language or their manners can be interpreted. The way people approach problem and know their participate communicates by influenced by cultures. Globalization has had made impossible, for example, for someone in Japan to understand how someone in the US goes about their day. With television and movies, cultural barriers are becoming less prevalent. Being able to communicate effectively and frequently with colleagues or friends across the planet helps people understand each other cultures a little better. In globalization, it became possible because the other country was exploring about our cultures, and same goes for us. And because of this, there we able to understand each other's cultures while we're to understand each other's cultures. Aha. It became possible because the other country was exploring about our cultures, and same goes for us. And because of this, they were able to understand each other's culture well better. The global village is created when distance and isolation no longer matter because people are connected by technology. Widespread telephone and internet access have been life-changing for many people across the world, especially those in developing countries. In virtual assistant, jobs are becoming commonplace, where employees from developing countries work companies in North America or Europe, providing administrative support and other business service that can be easily conducted over the phone or via internet. Global village is created when distance isolation is no longer matter because people are connected by technology. The communication is life-changing for us people all over the world because the technologies, especially in developing countries like America and Europe, in virtual assistant jobs are becoming commonplace and easier for us. Effective communication is the foundation of all kinds of relationship. Whether personal or professional problems may arise due to miscommunication. Sensitive to be plight of other is a must. However, language translation services company can help you in linguistic services, English translation, Spanish translation, automotive translation, and website translation, and optimization. They say the communication is a foundation of all kind of relationship, but communicating in other countries is a little bit hard because their language is opposite. That's why they are languages translation companies to help you in linguistic like English translation, Spanish translation, and etc. Communication in today's world. Globalization is integration and synergy among individuals, companies, educational and financial institutions, and government of different countries in order to foster international trade and investment. Although globalization is not fresh concept for it started 1,000 years ago when China traded silk and ceramic. Technology has been powerful driving force in intensifying globalization. All economic players, investors, entrepreneurs, corporations, and con- consumers now various new tools and techniques in making more informed choice, collaborating with other brand individuals, pursuing non-traditional jobs, and transacting faster. Because of globalization, the other countries was united as one in order to factor international trade and investment. Nice. Proponent versus anti-globalization. Proponent of globalization believe that it enables citizens from underdeveloped countries to compete economically, thereby improving their way of life. Those who are anti-globalization argue that local culture and security of minority people and would be treated both have point thought and striking a balance between these two clashing ideals can be challenging. Proponent of globalization, they believe that this is the way to improve the economy of the undeveloping countries. When they compete economically, economic, they compete economically. Aha. How globalization affects communication and vice versa. Communication is a soul of all human inspiration. Without it, its ideals would not turn into reality. In today's digitalization, connectivity in politics, religion, economy, education, travel, and lifestyle, and even personal and romantic relationship widespread and overwhelming through this rapid and powerful communication in common businesses, freelancing communities, e-service, cyber relationship, and mock mesh network. Messaging app boom. It made our life incredibly convenient in innumerable ways. You're late for work, you book an Uber, or dating status is dull. So try out Tinder, you don't have signal in their emergency. Foster healthy communication online and offline. Avoid bigotry. Instead of insinuating hatred and intolerance among members of a particular group, be respectful of other people's belief. Do not make ignorance prejudice against anyone just because it does not fit on your own ideas. That is just plain rude and unacceptable. Avoid avoid ba, avoid bigotry or obstinate or reasonable attachment to a belief attachment to a belief. Instead of insulating hatred and tolerance among members of your group, be respectful of their beliefs in other person and do not make ignorant privileges against anyone just because it is not fit in your ideas. That is just plain that is just plain rude and unacceptable. Sensitivity. In a world full of bashers, be someone who is sensitive to other people's emotions and physiological well-being. Do not do not in any way participate in cyberbullying. Victim of cyberbullying may suffer from low esteem, anxiety, or depression, depending on their hold to emotional pain. In addition, do not mock victim of heinous crime or persons with disabilities. They say, in the world of full of bashers, became sensitive from the other's emotion, and do not participate in cyberbullying because cyberbullying can cause of suffering from the low esteem, Asian anxiety or depression for your victims. And also do not mock victims of heinous crimes or person with disabilities. Share without inspecting anything. If you open up your own belief, expecting and references, do not do it in person, pushing people to agree with harbor. It's a detestation. Just do it out on your will. If they agree that is good or if not, they respect it. Then respect it. Differences in opinions can also be discussed in graceful manner without having attacked the person. They say